Hey y'all, what's up? Happy Friday, TGIF. We made it. Those of us in the corporate structure, we made it through hell. It's been a long week. Boy, let me tell you, they worked me like a $4 slave at work this week. But I made it, and I'm here back with some more content, doing my walk like I always do in the evening. Get my walk on. I done ate some good food. I had made some chicken in a crock pot a couple of weeks ago, and I had froze the little bit that I had left, and I decided to unthaw it and cook it as one of those lazy meal Fridays where I didn't want to cook because I'm so drained and tired from the week. And you just take them out the fridge and you thaw them out. Made a little side of rice, had me some Caesar salad. So I'm good to go. Now I'm burning it off so I can get all nice and slim and trim for the summertime. But at this point, it's going to get the body that it's going to get, okay? I'm going to still do and be healthy, but listen, okay? Life be lifing and work be working. And I'm trying to balance it all. I'm trying to eat right, keep my mental from going crazy. So yeah. But anyway, so let's get into it a little bit. You know, I was having this conversation with my mother, and I was kind of getting her up to speed on this Chud the Builder that's going around here antagonizing, well, he was going around antagonizing black people, going into black areas or around black people, basically antagonizing them, saying the N-word, and basically trying to get a Trayvon Martin situation going, is what I see them doing. So with that being said, he's been arrested. So they got him up out of the paint. They basically are holding him on a $1.2 million bond, which is good because we already knew that this situation was going to happen. He basically effed around and found out. So apparently he went to this black dude and basically had an altercation and wind up shooting his damn self and the guy. Luckily the guy wasn't hurt or anything like that. And he was taken to the hospital, I believe. And I think so was the Chud dude. And they wind up basically holding him on a $1.2 million bond. So yeah. So, and let this be a learned lesson that all of this so-called antagonizing, going around people, trying to get them to react so you can have a reason to pull out a gun and use it. Man, listen here. You know, this is why I'm all for practicing your Second Amendment. As an American, yeah. Because these people are unhinged right now. You have so much of stuff going on in the world. And I was having this conversation with my mother because she was kind of surprised that I told her that I keep my registered weapon close by me. I don't leave the house without it. And I live in a state where you can have open carry. You don't need a permit. So I definitely practice my Second Amendment. Okay? And no, do I want to use it? Absolutely not. Hold on one second, y'all. The ambulance is going by. They coming in here? Hold on a second. I don't know if they turning. But yeah. So do I want to use my weapon? Absolutely not. You know, but I do not have an issue with using it. And that's what it's for. You know, I don't intentionally go out there looking for trouble. You know, I go and do what I have to do, and I take my behind home, and I'm hoping that I never have to use it. But in the event that I do, then it's there. And I encourage all, especially Black Americans, the way that this state is going, yeah, you better have your power tools. You better be strapped up for your protection, because you got people like Chud the Builder who's going around here antagonizing Black people into baiting them to do some type of race war or something. I don't know what this dude is doing, to be honest with you. But he's up out of the paint. Last time I checked, he didn't get no bail, which is good. Well, no, he got bail, but he's still in jail. So I don't know if he's going to be able to come up with the money. Last I heard that they had raised $164,000 or something like that. And that just goes to show you that people will sit up here and support these suspected white supremacists, because that's what they do. But you know what? I'm not even mad, because technically that's what they're supposed to do. Right, wrong, or indifferent, they're supposed to stick up for their people, right? And that's what Black people should do. We have to learn how to be on code. You know, I'm not saying what he did was right at all. Really, he shouldn't get no support. But I understand. So yeah, you know, you better start making sure you protect yourself. There's nothing wrong with protecting. Let me tell you something. People are out here stressed. People are losing their jobs. People are trying to figure out how they're going to survive, how they're going to take care of their families. Somebody's car just got repoed. So look at all these people at these corporations finding out that they're losing, that they lost their position. They wake up to an email in the morning saying that you're no longer employed with the company. It is real out here. And just because we don't see it, or you may not individually interact with it, it still doesn't mean that other people aren't going through it. I know a lot of people in some funny money financial situation. It's not because they were being careless with their money, or they were just out spending it and doing whatever. No, people are working their jobs, sometimes 2 and 3, just to try to make ends meet, because everything has gone up. But the rate of the pay hasn't. So eventually you're going to have people who's going to unfortunately fall by the late waistline where they can't afford their bills. So you got people who are stressed, don't know what to do, and then you turn around and you roll up on somebody who's maybe having a bad day or just found out they got fired. I mean, you just don't know what to expect. You really don't. And you really have to protect yourself. And I'm not advocating for any violence whatsoever. You know, don't go out there looking for no trouble, of course. You know, what sane person does that? But you also need to protect yourself, because unfortunately there are some people who just don't care. And there are going to be some people, unfortunately, who feel like I'm just going to be a suicide, on a suicide mission to take myself out and everybody around me. And I mean, unfortunately, that's not how it should go, but we've seen these things played out in the past. So it's nothing wrong with keeping yourself protected. That's what you're supposed to do. Any person on this planet, whether you're a human or an animal, if danger comes your way, the first thing that you're going to do is want to protect yourself. So there's nothing wrong with that, especially as a female, myself, a Black female. You know, I'm traveling. I'm still in the South. You know, just because I'm in an Atlanta where is majority Black, I'm still in the South. And it's still always that threat. You know, it's never left. So when you got people like Chud the Builder who's trying to go around here getting clout from these suspected white supremacist groups that are egging this shit on, yeah, you damn right you better goddamn protect yourself. You better. You better not get caught out here slipping, because that could be the split second between you and another person. So self-preservation is always going to be at the forefront of any human being on this earth. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world. You know, when they let all these illegals over here, they didn't vet a lot of those people. So